VIACHESLAV BORSHCHEV, he gets the first round knockout with the liver shot against Dakota Bush. And I'll tell you what, Dakota Bush was bringing it in that first round. But when it comes to striking, when it comes to pure striking, Borshev, I think he's just a little bit too advanced, even though he's a newcomer in the UFC. But what was interesting is what I thought would happen, man. Dakota Bush tried to initiate some grappling for Borshev, and Borshev was able to get up. But were you a little worried for a minute? You know what I mean? Picking Borshev and seeing that he was kind of getting smothered on the ground, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, is this another UFC veteran just being? And Dakota Bush isn't. I mean, now he's 1-1 or 0-2, excuse me, in the UFC. But the point is he got that experience. I was like, is he about to just smash him on the ground and not let him get up, nullify the striking completely? Were you a little worried at times?
I was a little worried, Derek, because Dakota Bush was looking good against the kickboxer, man. The strikes were looking good. He was looking fast. He had that takedown. But what was nice is you could tell that Slava has been working on the ground game with Alpha Male. You know, they've been putting him in those situations because he knew exactly what to do, man. He kicked off right, perfect, put the feet on the hips, kicked off, was able to get things going. But what I like, too, is the fact that Dakota Bush, once he rushed in again for the attempt, Slava was able to turn him around, use that momentum, flip him around, get on top. Very impressive. I was not gonna lie to you though, Derek. I was very nervous at the beginning, man, because I had Dakota Bush winning the first round up until he got hit with that dirty left hook to the body.
Yeah.
I had him as the winner, as the advancer, as the guy with the more points going forward. But dude, that you eat one of those left hooks to the body, it's lights out.
Absolutely. And Dakota Bush is kind of the same type performance he put on against Austin Hubbard in his last fight, where he just came out balls to the wall in the first round, ended up gassing himself out. So I hope that wasn't what was going to take place here. Maybe his cardio was a little bit better than that, but that heavy pressure approach, man, is just something to behold. And I just wanted to take a look real fast. I mean, we're looking on the ESPN stats right here, man. One knockdown for Borshev, obviously, but he outstruck him 17-11 in total strikes. When we're talking about body shots, 5 for 5 for Slava Claus, man. So that's something that's always interesting to see when he got that 5 for 5 perfect on the body shots. He just knows how to dig it and land it every time, man. But the big figure to take away is the minute and 30 seconds of control time Dakota Bush racked up in that first round. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, man. Like, he did the right thing. He tried to keep the fight on the ground. He tried to sit there and nullify the offense of Borshev, but he's such a dangerous opponent, man. The fighter hailing out of Russia, who is representing Team Alpha Male, even though Uriah Faber wasn't in his corner because Uriah Faber got COVID, so he wasn't able to be in his corner. It was a big win for Borshev. Bright things in the future for this man. Am I right? Like, come on, man. Let's talk about it real fast. Quick prediction. Obviously, Dakota Bush, look, 185 in the division. Borshev, when I checked on Tapology last, he moved up to actually number 105 in the lightweight division in terms of just MMA fighters and stuff like that. But my question to you, man, is we have so many of these good prospects here. This is the lightweight division, though, brother, so let's not forget. How quick of a rise can you see Borshev taking up this division, man? Is he going to take the Matus Gamrot approach where, I mean, it only took a couple fights before it's like we're talking ranking, we're talking, doing this. He got the win over Jeremy Stevens that catapulted him up there. How quick of a timeline are you thinking for Borshev to really advance?
Man, I'm thinking we're going to see him fight like 5 times within the next, year and a half. And then we'll really start talking about, rankings and number 10. I could see it 5 fights till he's in the top 10, to be honest with you, man. He's a very, very talented fighter, but he has enough in the tank or enough experience in the bag that he knows, okay, I can't just jump right to number 6 and then get put out. And then that's the end of my reign, the end of my fire going for the UFC. I think he's smart enough to know that he's going to have to take a couple, get there the slow route, the steady way, so that way he's there for a long time. I think Slava's going to go at least that route, man. That's what I'm hoping for the man anyway. But the matchmakers might have it another way, and they might just throw him to the dogs, and then he performs, and then you're in the game. So, I mean, personally, I think it's going to be about 5 fights till we're seeing him in that top 10, top 15 area. What about you?
Well, something you had noted in the pre-show kind of stood out to me, and you said that he went to Team Alpha Male and said, "Hey, like I'm going to be." What'd you say? He's like, "I'm going to be a UFC fighter," or something like that. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Yeah, so to have that self-confidence and that self-belief just tells me that you're probably going to go pretty far if you have true self-confidence and belief in yourself. And you don't care about the naysayers. You just know, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I just know it's going to happen. So if he can take that mentality, man, and keep applying it to the UFC. This was his 4th finish win in a row, and it helps to get a $50K bonus and to get a finish in your UFC debut, right? So I just think that Borshev, even though he has a wacky name that you know what I mean, for us American folks, it's kind of tough to pronounce. I think he can be a real draw, brother. You know what I mean? He's over there doing the, what do you call that little dance that he does at the end? But I don't even know what it is. But Slava Claus, brother, it's a great nickname. I think that it's going to be able to roll off the tongue well, and he's going to enter that stable of prospect fighters that you have to watch every time that they fight. But this was a big win, man. Can't take anything away from Dakota Bush, because not many people can eat a liver shot like that and keep standing. You know what I mean? Maybe Calvin Kattar is the only man that can, because his body was tore up in that first round against Giga. But that's neither here nor there.